All right, you've reached the Pied Piper in space. I just received a shipping pod. My time on Earth in England was rather enjoyable. It's good to be home. I got a very precious shipping delivery while I was away, and it involves a selection of esoterica tobaccos, Tobacciana, and the much desirable Penzance in the older tin. Some Tilbury, I've never tried that before. And a larger 8-ounce bag of Penzance. Now, those are not going to be opened anytime soon. Instead, what I have here is some old Dublin, and I have a question for you about one of my pipes. So I'm going to pack the old Dublin a little bit short of smoke today into my Moretti Morta pipe. Now that I'm back, I'm going to get some mason jars for the open tobacco so it doesn't dry out. It's getting there. If I leave it any longer, it's going to be need a rehydration, and I don't know, I've never done that before. So I'm a little tired still from my travels, but all is good. All is good. Okay, so I'll put a little bit more in. Now this mortar pipe is still, I want to say it's still in the break-in stage, although you don't really need to break them in. By that, what I mean is it's still a little bit smoky in its natural flavors that it's imparting. Downhill lighter. Now, even though this is a very high-tech spacecraft vehicle, I am going to turn on the ionic breeze. Ionic breeze has now been activated. Okay, tastes okay. It doesn't taste stale yet. So, I have this I started this without my handy bandana that I use as a pipe stand, so do I want to go get it? What else can I use? Let's have a look. That works. Gonna use this bracelet. Okay, so this problem is it's with a what do you call that? It's a vulcanite bit, and it started doing this. This is my J Barber Beeline pipe, and I love this pipe. It's excellent. You see it in my videos. I'm a man of very few pipes, 4 pipes, something like that. Anyway, what I do is to keep this from oxidizing is I put a little bit of jojoba oil on it. And I clean it with jojoba oil and leave it on there so it doesn't oxidize. And I also keep it out of sunlight. But I did put a little bit on the inner part of the stem where it, this piece rather, where it connects into the stem. And this is what it's doing now. It's gone really tight, and that was very loose when I first got the pipe. It's gone really tight and it sticks. So I believe I read online beeswax, but I'm reluctant to start using this again until I've like lubricated this with the right stuff. So I'm guessing beeswax. I'm gonna have to look out for some locally or order some online. But if you've got a cure for that squeaky tight fitting problem for a vulcanite bit that used to fit perfectly, please let me know, because I don't want to ruin this pipe. It's like I said, it's an excellent pipe, love it. So that's my news really. I'm just enjoying the view here. Had a good view of the moon last night, and you could see the whole outline of the part of the moon in shadow as there was like the crescent lit up. It looked very fake. That's all I'm saying. It looked very fake. If you're a fan of Oasis, those of you that are a fan of Oasis might know that Noel Gallagher has his new album out called Who Built the Moon. Oh, my nose is running. Too many sick people while I was traveling back. It was, by the time I got from point to point from being up in the morning, it must have been close to 30 hours of travel. I got back 2 nights ago. So what have you guys been up to? I've got a whole load of computer stuff to do. I've got to move files around from backup drives, change some server stuff for something that is like hobby projects. My hosting company, I'll rant you a little bit, but back in the day I had one-on-one internet, and it was just a whole load of problems with offshore support. I would say lack of support really, but it was cheap service. And then I used to follow Robert Scoble online, you know, kind of at the birth of social media, and he was with Rackspace at one point and promoting their services. So I took out a Rackspace Cloudsites account, and that was great for a while until Rackspace really seemed to not give a shit about supporting it anymore, and they dropped some of the aspects of the service. And then recently, without warning, they sold the Cloudsites to Liquid Web for $100 million, and that transition has been just a shit show. You had to log into 3 different admin panels to administer emails, DNS settings, and general web stuff, and FTP accounts. And now they sent out a letter saying that starting in January, they're going to be charging for business-grade email accounts. So every single email account that you have is now going to become a paid service where it was originally bundled in. And I should be grandfathered in on the old plan, but they're doing away with catering to the original customers. And they're just screwing you over. So I already pay $100 a month. And now they're telling me that with all the email accounts associated with the domains that I have on the server, it's going to be another $130 roughly a month. So it's just extortion. So now I've got to spend about 40 hours or more, like migrating all of the email accounts and everything and all the web domains to a new server. And I'll be very happy to see the back of Liquid Web. It's been a very shitty experience. Even when I contacted them and spoke to someone about how difficult the transition has been, they never offered any kind of reduced fees or compensation or anything, and now they're just jacking up the prices to an unreasonable amount. So pretty poor. And Rackspace as well. They were originally offering a specific service on the cloud sites, and they just basically didn't support it and cut away the beneficial features. So when you add up, like what you've been paying over the years, it's a lot of money. I've had that probably since around 2009. So yeah, all I can say is Liquid Web, shitty company, and your mileage may vary, as they say, but it's been pretty crap. So that's something that I've got on my plate. Anyway, I'm just gonna fly around right now in the old mothership here and you know, create some UFO footage that Secure Team 10 will probably pick up, and that's all I have to do. Old Dublin. Now that I'm back, I'm going to be smoking other tobaccos. I don't really do reviews very well for you guys, but oh, I so want to open this. I want to open this, but they don't make these tins anymore. So tell me what to do, friendly peoples. Shall I keep this aside, and should I open the 8-ounce? Shall I resell it? I'm thinking I should open this and then carefully like put it into mason jars, but I've not done that before, so any advice, much welcome. That's my prized possession. And that's pretty nice. Smoking well in the old mortar pipe. Let me know what to do. I think I did read a little bit of beeswax. We'll ease that up. And actually, this stem here, or the bit, mouthpiece, whatever, on the Moretti pipe was really super tough when I first got it, and now it's loosened up just a little bit, and it's a really nice fit. Actually, I was worried it was going to be too tight, but Marco certainly knows what he's doing with his pipes. And Moretti have lots of good deals right now on eBay. But I'm on a pipe freeze. I'm going to be, if I pick anything up, it's going to be a couple of corn cobs. And that's it, just to put it in the rotation. I've not been smoking much lately, because the weather in England wasn't conducive to it on the tail end of my trip. I hope you guys are all doing well and getting ready for your Christmas holiday season with family. And I'll be spending it with some friends. Don't have anything else to tell you, really. I always have... I never learned how to play the harmonica, but I was always fascinated by them, so I always have a couple around. There's this great guy, I think his name's Adam Gusso on YouTube, and you can check out his videos. He's incredible. He's like a one-man band with a harmonica. It makes it like blues, full-on blues music. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Computer, take me to the moon. And I'll see you very soon. Didn't mean that to rhyme. And that's how the music plays out.